Hello everyone. I'm just going to give you a quick little preview of something called Google Classroom, and I'm going to go to it via our email. So I'm going to open up my Gmail as per always, and Classroom is actually sitting there already. You just need to know where to look for it. So I'm going to go to the grid menu for Google Apps. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see there's no Google Classroom here yet, but if you click on More, you'll notice there's a bunch of other stuff here. At the bottom it says Google Classroom. Now Google Classroom is it's very similar to Edmodo, except it's already inside the Google domain, which means that everybody's already an active member. You don't need to go and find people. It's not as difficult to find people. And also it integrates incredibly well with the Google tools like Gmail, Google Drive, which is incredibly helpful. So if I click on Google Classroom, what does it look like? So I've actually created one class already, but I'm going to go through the process now and show you how you would create a class anyway. So if you go to the left-hand side here and you look over here, you see a bunch of classes, and you also see the calendar, and you see I have one class at the moment. So now if I want to create another class, I'm going to go to the plus button over here, and I could join another class, but for now I'm going to create a class. So create a class, and I'll give this the convention grade 9 maths, and I'll put my teacher code in there for identification. I'm not sure what section is. Let's see if it'll let me create one without one. So I'm going to create my class, and let's see what happens. There we go. So I've created a grade 9 maths Google Classroom, and it's very similar to Edmodo. I mean, if you look here, there's some information on the left hand side. If you want your kids to join this class, you can use a code, which we're all pretty used to. If you want to know which students are in the class, click on Students, and you can invite them with that code, and you can have statements about this class. Now, what's really nice about Classroom is that managing documents is really easy because it works with Google Drive really well. So I can actually go and through here, and I can open up this folder. Let's see what happens if I click on it. If I open that folder, it actually takes me into Google Drive. So it's amazing how this all links together. So I'll just zoom out for a moment. I'll go to the My Drive hierarchical view. You'll see that there's a folder called Classroom that's been created automatically. And inside Classroom, remember I had, there's one old class here, but you can see there's my grade 9 maths class. And if I go into that, then I actually have a class folder set up already for me, which is really, really nice, and it makes managing documents so much easier. So I'm going to go back to Classroom. I'm going to go back, ignore the stuff for now, go back to Stream, and if I'm feeling confused, if I want to get back to the original screen, just go to the top left-hand corner and that menu there, and I can click on Classes to get an overview, and there are all my active classes, grade 9, grade 8. And you can imagine if you had classes, you probably have classes for each class you teach. What I also like is that there's a calendar built in, and it's quite a good calendar because it works with Google Calendar. So if I click on Calendar, then up pops my calendar, and obviously this all syncs up very nicely with your Google Classrooms, and you can look at the calendar for grade 9 or for grade 8, and it can be used collaboratively. So yeah, it's a very nice tool, and I think in the future we will fairly soon change across to it. We're just busy kind of weighing the pros and cons at this stage, but I thought it would be nice for everyone to have a little preview of that.